Hi, I'm Brad Sugars and welcome to the Business Basics. Today we're going to build a marketing campaign that works. You know, most people when they build a marketing campaign do it backwards. We'll understand that in just a moment. There's 5 questions we've got to go through to build a really good marketing campaign. Now, understanding these 5 questions and working them in order is vital to building a marketing campaign that gets results. Even with this though, still remember, you've still got to test and measure the campaign. You've still got to measure it and make sure that you're actually getting results. And if it is, then keep running it. If it's not, then stop it and test another thing. Now, the way we work this through is pretty simple. Firstly, we work on the who. Building a marketing campaign is mostly about who is the target audience that we're going after. Who are the people? Now, when I ask people about their target audience, most of them make a big mistake. Let me tell you what the big mistake is. They say, oh Brad, our target audience is females aged 25 to 55. Now listen, that's not a target, that's a demographic. That's the entire potential audience that you could be doing business with. What I'm after is a target audience within that. Think of it as a dartboard. And on a dartboard there's 20 different segments. So you've got to divide your target audience down into segments. You know, instead of women 25 to 55, you might say, I'm looking for females that work in offices that wear suits and go to the gymnasium at lunchtime in the city. You know, that to me is a real target audience that I can go after and build a real marketing campaign to actually get real results with them. Trying to be all things to all people in marketing never works. It just cannot work. You cannot get the same psyche of all groups. It's just not possible. So divide it down, niche it down into small segments, at least 20. If you work the dartboard properly, you'll know you've also got triple 20s. See, think about it. If you knew who your triple 20 prospects were, in other words, the A-grade, best of the best customers, the ones that spent the most money, if you knew that type of customer and you knew who they were, then you could answer the second question. The second question is where. Where am I going to find these people in the highest concentration? Now, that word highest concentration, those 2 words are vital in there. I don't want to go and run an advertisement in a newspaper that reaches 4 million people, of which 2,000 are my target audience. I want to go out there and I want to find a database. It might be another business that has the database. It might have to purchase the database. But I want to go out there and find where are those 2,000 people, or where are 100 of those 2,000 that are my exact target audience that I'm after. I would rather, it's the old thing of shooting fish in a barrel. You know, very simply put, most businesses are so haphazard in their marketing, they wonder why they don't get results. Who first, where second. Once we know where they are in a high concentration. I'll give you an example. In a ladies' fashion business, we looked at the past customers and we found that a whole bunch of them got their hair done at one particular hairdressing salon. Now, if we knew that over 100 of our customers got their hair done at one hair salon, and we know that hair salon has over 900 customers, are there 800 more in the high concentration that I really want to go after? Absolutely. So start learning about your customers, their buying habits, who they are, where they buy, so that you can start targeting other customers and other potential customers that are going to be your top level customers. Who first, where second, then what? What is it that they want to buy? You know, what is my offer going to have to be to get these people to come across? Now, very simply put, it goes back to the old drill and a hole thing. People don't want to buy a drill, they want to buy a hole in the wall. You know, people don't want to buy, like with me, people don't want to buy business coaching. What you want to buy is more profit and less work. You know, you want to work less and make more profit, and that's what you want to buy. You don't necessarily want a business coach. You just want to get the end result. So to build a good marketing campaign, you've got to be clear on what is the end result that people are looking for when they buy from you. New tyres for your car, safe driving. You know, what are the things people are looking to buy at their real psychological level? What's the base level? Then we hit question 4. Why do they want to buy it? You know, why is it that they want to buy this thing? And that gets you, see, if I look at business coaching again, why do people want to buy business coaching? To feel more successful, to feel less, I guess, stress from running their business, to feel more secure in the profitability. You know, people, the why factor helps me design a marketing campaign that's going to work. So Who comes first? Where comes second? What is third? Why are they buying is now the fourth question we have to answer. And we're going to have to answer this for each of the segments that we've done. So you look at it, you've got your 20 segments on the dartboard at least. You've got to know where to find each of those 20 segments in a high concentration. You've got to know what is it that I'm going to have to offer to each of these people. What do they want to buy, each and every one of these people? And then why does each and every one of these groups want to buy this? See, it's different if you're trying to sell to a man versus a woman on a product. It's different if you're selling to an older person or a younger person. It's different if you're selling to someone who was born in your city or someone who's moved to that city. You know, what are the differences in the people, and why are their buying motives different to each other? Then ultimately we've got to get to the fifth question. The fifth question is how. How am I going to communicate this to people? Will it be an advertisement? Will it be a sales letter? Will it be an email? Will it be an online campaign? The how, the actual marketing tool, is the last of the 5 questions. You know, I meet too many business people that say, you know what, we've got to take out an advertisement in the newspaper. Well, that's the last question you've got to ask. You can't start designing a marketing campaign by buying an advertisement and then saying, well, what are we going to put in it? I wonder why people will buy. Oh, I wonder who's going to actually see this. Yeah, that's just crazy, building a campaign that way. We've got to build it forwards. Who, where, what, why, and then how will I communicate this method to them? And that's where you decide what's the methodology of communication. And you start to write the copy, of course. Now, let's break this down and simplify it a little bit. Target, offer, copy. Target, offer, copy. Get the target audience right. With which 2 questions? Who and where. Get the offer right. With which 2 questions? What do they want to buy, and why do they want to buy it? And then get the copy right under the how question. How am I going to communicate this to them? The target is worth 10 out of 10. That means it is the most important thing. The questions of who and where will define a marketing campaign's success or failure. If you get those 2 questions right, you're most of the way there to getting a successful marketing campaign. Then you've got to get the offer right. You know, the offer must be right. It's worth 5 out of 10. You know, it's only half as important as getting the target right, but it's still massively important to get the offer right. So do you think you're going to have to test and measure different offers to different target audiences? Yeah, you are. And then finally we write the copy. It's worth 1 out of 10. Now, it's still the top 3 things we have to do to get a good marketing campaign, but it's only worth 1 out of 10. It's vital that we do all 3. Target first, then we make the offer, and then we get the copy right. When you build campaigns like this, you'll be building far stronger, far more productive, far more thought-out campaigns that have a much greater chance of success. Remember to always test and measure, though. I'm Brad Sugars, and these are the Business Basics.